Hey, so I thought I'd make a video today to show some progress because I'm about to set up to fight the guy. I mean, it's not like I can fight the guy right now, but I'm about to start doing that process, and I don't think it's anything I need to make a video about while I'm doing it, so I'll just make a video once I'm done. And I figured, I've actually made a bit of progress since last time, so I'll show that off first so that there's not too much stuff per video. And so as you can see here, I've added a few more things into my system. Most of this stuff is just from the drawers that I had upstairs. The drawers are still there. I haven't completely cleaned them out yet. Main reason being that we've got 26,000 iron here, which I believe is hitting the limit for these drawers, maybe. And it's still got like 10,000 iron upstairs, so I don't want to lose that 10,000 iron, because if I pipe that into here, it'll just go because of the void upgrades. So I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Maybe I'll set up some deep storage units or something for that stuff. Otherwise, I've piped in my stuff from sieving soul sand and put that in here. I don't know if I need to sift any more soul sand. I was doing it to get nether quartz to build this base. I certainly got quite a bit of nether quartz now. Even the block of quartz, I've still got 1200 of that. So I think I'm good. I'm just trying to think. I'm pretty sure I get quartz from something right now. That's right. So yeah, you might have noticed that we've still got a sieve here that doesn't do anything yet. There might be a couple more to add, but we need one to sieve stone. Now the reason I want to sieve stone is to get marble, because I want to use marble extensively on the mansion in the Aether. So here we've got our QED is done. This thing is very quick now. I don't have anything to show it off with yet. One of the things I actually need to do is to add the capacitor farm into the logistics network, so that I can just pipe the capacitors in and then figure out if there's a way to actually automate the QED, but I don't think there is. I think the best we can do is stand here, get the items, have a request pipe or something, and get the items piped in for us, and then we can manually put it in. And I think we could pipe stuff out, but we can't put stuff in. So I've set up some automatic crafting for some machines, and we've also got two fully upgraded machines. So this is a resonant redstone furnace with full speed upgrades, and then we've got a resonant pulverizer with full speed upgrades. The other one, this is just a resonant furnace and a resonant pulverizer, but they don't have the speed upgrades. But these things work very, very quickly. So for example, if I request some sand, actually shouldn't have done sand. Sand takes a little while. And I've got the metal press set up. I think it only does signalum and inderium gears at the moment, but we'll do that. Then we've got the fluid transposer, which is set up with a fluid satellite pipe, so that's able to pipe fluids in from the cow prison. And I've got an induction smelter set up. I just had that temporarily for making some stuff for the energy cells. Yeah, I think we need the energy cells to create tesseracts, and I think we need tesseracts to pipe power around because it has infinite transfer rate, which is what is needed when we're working with the amount of power that we will be working with. So I might need to set that up so that I can set that up to craft some tesseracts overnight. Yeah, so sand. So look how quickly this goes. There we go, that's a full stack, all done. Very quick. So yeah, set up a few more crafting things. These are not all full. This side doesn't have anything yet. This side is up to about here, I think. Yeah. So from there backwards has crafting recipes. These ones don't yet. But we'll get there. We're slowly getting there. Set some up for dimensional transceivers and stuff. If we have a look at the quest book. So I'll finish this whole middle area. Finished the last couple here. Finished some in the middle there and some down here that I was missing. I can't do, well, I need to set up some stuff to create enticing crystals to be able to do vibrantium and enchanted crystals. Tormented heads is already done, but obviously it's blocks behind enchanted crystals, so I can't finish that yet. Dimensional transceiver is the next one I'm working on. Enchanter requires enticing crystals, so I'll do that as well. But I should be able to do the wireless charger as well once I've done the dimensional transceiver, and the jetpacks. They should be fairly straightforward. The main one will be this dark infused jet plate. Will be quite hard to do, I think. Actually, maybe not. I've got the bats in the soul vial, so maybe we can do that. We'll have to see. The main thing I'll be doing today is setting up some enchanted spikes for my mob farm for the auto spawner, so that we can spawn in stuff and kill it. And that's because I need some mob heads for the dimensional transceiver, so we'll see how that works. I need ender heads, which I believe if I just spawn them in and drop them on the spikes, they would just teleport out, but there are ways of doing disabling their teleport, so we'll see if that works. Hopefully it does. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I've just focused on getting these quests done in Delta. Haven't done anything in Gamma or Beta. But the next thing after I've looked at Delta would be getting Beta done, because I should be able to do almost all of these things. Maybe not the ultimate furnace, I can't remember. Certainly Master Infusions, Perioders, Starseeds. All those furnaces I could do already. The bacon, fertilizer, all this. The Ring of Odin will be the hard one. Well, it's not so hard as much as might take a little while. Yeah, crafting all these machines, I can do that. I can do another couple of tiers of solar flux panels, I believe, but I want to set those up as auto crafting. Yeah, and we'll probably kill the wither boss once I've got this auto spawner set up. I can just take a wither skeleton and get him in there to get the heads and do it that way. Yeah, so today what I want to do on camera is to set up some enchanted spikes so that when we kill the mobs we should get mob heads, hopefully. So in order to do that we need some enchants. I'll briefly show the cow prison. It's probably a bad idea. I'll probably end up crashing the game, but just quickly I've added some more pipes in here and some providers behind, so that the logistics pipe system is aware of the fluids now. So there's our capacitor farm needs to be set up as well in the system. So what I've got here very temporarily is I've put an auto disenchanter. So you put your item in and the book, it does some work, and then it takes the enchant off the item and puts it on the book. It uses up some durability, and because all these swords that I get are durability 0, it actually destroys them. But so we're getting all these swords from the mob farm, so I've picked out the swords that I needed, and I have used the anvil to put them all together. So for example, we've got Reaper 4 and Reaper 4 makes Reaper 5, so that's an enchantment cost of 7. I've set up an experience obelisk, so if we take out 7 levels, now we've got a Reaper 5 book. So is this done? Yep. Now I've got a sharpness 5. So this is the enchantments I want on the spikes, is sharpness 5, looting 3, Reaper 5. Now don't know what's going to be the cheapest. Yeah, okay. Looting 3 is 13. It's 12. Okay, we'll go with that. Now, hopefully, I've got enough experience for all this stuff. We'll see. 25, 26. Okay. So that's what we want on our spikes. So we've got one book which would enchant one spike, but we need 9 spikes is what I've set this up for. 6 spikes. Let's do 6 spikes, but let's have a book left over. So in order to do this, we need multiple copies of this book. Now, in normal vanilla Minecraft, you can't do that. Well, you can't do the disenchanting anyway. But we have a mod called Bibliocraft, which lets us copy books in the typesetter and the printing press. So I've got those set up here now. I've never done this before. But we'll see how we go. So I've got some reading glasses on, which allows me to see the heads up for these things. So first thing is I get a print press chase and put that in there, and then we take our book and we put it in here. And yeah, so that requires 70 levels to make a panel for that book. So what we'll do is I am going to steal the tank of liquid XP from the cows, and then pipe that XP into the XP obelisk, which lets me grab it. Right, so this now I should be able to pipe this straight into the XP obelisk, hopefully. Maybe if we just put it on top, can we do that? Oops. Oh, yep. So it's draining it. I have no idea how much XP this will actually give me. Hopefully it's enough. I don't know if we need XP, so as far as I know, what happens is we create the plate and then we can print books with it. I'm not sure if it requires experience to print the books as well. It doesn't look like this is going to be enough. 60, 61, 2. I think we're going to get to like 67, 68. I had a chance to put in another XP cow as well, and I didn't do it because, yeah, 68. Look at that, what a good guess. Okay, so we can't do that. So I might have to end the video here. Yeah, I should have put another XP cow. I figured I'd already, one tank full would have been enough, but obviously it doesn't. This isn't making solid XP or anything. Okay. Oh, and I haven't upgraded these things, so it isn't actually pulling any more XP. Right. So, one of the issues I came across is that these would fill up, and, well, one side would fill up, and then that means that when the rancher ranches those cows, that it can't put it anywhere, so it fills up the internal buffer on the rancher, which means that it can't ranch anything else. So we end up with a situation like this. Because we've got 2 cows here, this is filled up, and we only got one of these filled before it filled the rancher up. Now, I've solved that. I don't know if I've actually talked about this on camera, but see how these tanks are behind the pipes, behind the bars? It's because I've added some extra pipes. These are Buildcraft pipes, a clay pipe, and then a void fluid pipe. So what happens with the clay pipe is it sequentially fills up tanks attached to it. So we have 2 tanks attached, and then at the end of the line we have the void fluid pipe. So it tries to fill the tanks up, then if it can't, it voids the fluids. So that's what we need to have set up here, so that when this fills up with lubricant, it still lets it fill the liquid XP. And that's what we've done to this whole level here. It took a long time. So I'm going to have to do that for this one at least. Yeah, I don't think any of these other ones are particularly important. Yeah, and I did it for all these ones as well, which, yeah, I don't know if I actually needed to or not. But anyway, I also had to change a bunch of stuff in here because I was using one item sync, polymorphic item sync in here, but polymorphic item sync only does one thing. So I've set this one to do this. That's what that little orange square is, if you can see that. And then I've had to set up another one here connected to this. So I had to go around and do that for all of them. So yeah, lots of time spent on the cows yesterday. So I'll set that up so that my XP can run, get enough XP to do that. Then I will enchant the spikes, well, copy the book. So basically I think, yeah, you copy the book onto a plate, then you put the plate into that other machine I had set up next to the typesetting, and then from there you can feed it books and ink, and it prints copies of that book. So that's what I'll need to do. I don't know if it requires XP for that or not. Yeah. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll also be setting up the portal to Alfheim, so I'll quickly go through. So setting up the portal to Alfheim, then chucking a bunch of stuff through the portal to convert it to the upgraded versions. So living wood into dreamwood, mana diamonds into dragon pearls or dragon stone or something like that, and then setting up the Gaia Guardian fights and doing those, and also crafting these flowers and the last set of runes and doing the furnaces. So not too much, it'll take a little while though. While I'm doing some of that stuff, hopefully the liquid XP will fill up and I can get those enchanted books, put that in there with spikes so I can get my enderman heads, because I don't believe I've got any. No. So there's two different types of enderman heads. I've got one of those ones and none of the other type, which is the type that I actually need. So I've still got 49 zombie heads. I've died 3 times. I got 15 creeper heads, 5 pigmen, 3 blaze, 1 enderman. So we'll be able to set that up to actually start getting some drops and use this auto spawner. I've only used it for cows and the beetles pretty much at this point, and so we need to expand our storage drawer system for all that. But yeah, so I'll leave it here, unfortunately. Just a little bit less than what we need. And hopefully I'll come back and I'll have Gaia all done. And what that means is I can get the Master Infusion Stone, and I will be setting up a whole bunch of Minicio farms and stuff to get Temperio, and I will be able to then create all the seeds and fill out the farms with all the types of seeds, or at least start doing the tinning for them. So yeah, should be lots of progress done next time, and we should be getting ready to start Mechanism, which will unlock Galacticraft for us. So I'll see you then. Hopefully we'll be doing some new quests that I haven't done before.